Here's your lesson on subtracting integers with the rule. We're actually not allowed to subtract when we're working with integers, so we have to make 2 marks. Your first number is going to stay the same, so in example number 1, 8 will stay the same. The minus sign is going to turn to a positive, and then the 13 afterward is going to become a negative. We now have an addition problem, so it's just 8 plus a negative 13. Think about it as money. You have $8, you owe me $13. You're still going to owe me money because you can't pay me back, and you get negative 5. Example number 2. First number stays the same, subtraction changes to addition, the 7 becomes a negative. Negative 10 plus negative 7 is your new problem. Add the numbers, keep the sign, say to yourself a million times, you get a negative 17. In example 3, you have 1 minus a negative 2. You can make the 2 marks here, or in this one, if you're too negative, you have to turn positive. So you can make one big old plus sign. You still made 2 marks, 1, 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. In example 4, negative 10, minus minus, make 2 marks. Negative 10 plus 7, the negatives win, they win by 3. In example 5, you have the minus minus, 2 marks, 16 plus 2 is 18. In example 6, negative 10 minus changes to addition, the 4 becomes a negative, 2 marks. Negative 10 plus negative 4 is negative 14. If you turn back a page, there's some examples of these with number lines like we did with addition. Before you can actually do them on the number line, you still have to make your 2 marks. New problem is 2 plus a negative 3. Start at 0, move right 2 places. From there, you're adding a negative 3, so you need to move back 3 places. Your answer is negative 1. In the next one, 4 minus 3, we're going to make 2 marks, add the opposite. Start at 0, go up to 4. You're adding a negative 3, so you're moving to the left 3 places. That takes us to 1 for our answer. In the next one, you're minusing a negative. You can make the big old plus sign. Start at 0. You need to go to negative 5. You're adding 6, which moves you 6 places to the right. That takes us to 1. Negative 4 minus 2. Subtraction changes to addition, and it's a negative 2. Start at 0. Go left to negative 4. From there, you're adding 2 more negatives. Go left 2 more. Your answer is negative 6. Negative 1 plus 4 becomes a negative. Start at 0, go left 1. From there, you're going left 4 more places until you get to negative 5. Going back over to this page, take a second, pause the video, do these practice problems. When you come back, you'll check your answers. Here are your answers to those number line problems. Take a second, pause the video, check your answers. These we'll skip for right now, and we'll take a look at the applications. All right, in these application problems, we have to kind of think about those words that we talked about in class. Positives would be moving up, negatives would be moving down. So this one, a submarine is 50 meters below sea level. Sea level, here's your submarine. We're 50 meters below, so right now we would call that a negative 50. It goes up 15 meters, so it's going to go up 15. That's going to be plus 15. From that point, it's going to go down 40 meters, which is another negative 40. So what is the new position relative to sea level? We're going to take these integers and we're going to add them up. So we have negative 50 plus 15 plus a negative 40. Negative 50 plus 15 is going to give you negative 35 plus a negative 40. They're both negative, so you're going to get negative 75 meters. In number 2, it says the table shows the temperatures and wind chill temperatures in 4 towns. So actual temperature, wind chill for the 4 different towns. Which town had the greatest difference between the actual and the wind chill? Difference is going to remind us that we are subtracting. So in this case, we're going to have negative 13 minus a negative 3, negative 15 minus 0, negative 10 minus 10, negative 17 minus 2. That's how we find the difference. Here, 2 marks, Negative 13 plus 3 is negative 10. Negative 15, we're taking away nothing, so it's just negative 15. Add the opposite, 2 marks. That's going to give us negative 20. 2 marks, negative 19. So the greatest difference happens here where the temperatures were 20 degrees apart, and that was in Pine Hills. So C is our correct answer here. Last example for this lesson is up at the top of the next page. So these are just basically asking you, are these true or false? So does this work out? In the first question, I see subtractions. I'm going to make 2 marks. Negative 7 plus negative 5. That's the first part of the problem. That's going to give me negative 12. Plus 3, which is going to give me negative 9. It's telling me it equals 1, so that would be false because we know it's negative 9. Try the next couple by yourself. Pause the video, do the work. So here the next problem's done for you. The first one is false because you get negative 20 plus 1 is negative 19. In this one, 2 marks, you get 30 minus 6 is 24. 12 plus a negative 8 becomes 4 minus 1, which is 3, so that's true. This last example I didn't do yet because I'm going to explain it to you. These bars here represent taking the absolute value. Absolute value is how far away a number is from 0 on the number line. 2 minus 7, we're going to make 2 marks. So 2 plus a negative 7 is going to be negative 5. So we have the absolute value of negative 5. Out front, there's a negative sign, and then we have plus 5. The absolute value of negative 5 is going to be 5 because negative 5 is 5 spaces away from 0 on the number line. So this is going to be replaced with a 5. The negative out front does get applied to it, so our new problem is negative 5 plus 5, which are additive inverses, so they equal to 0. This is a true statement.